Now the Meccans realized, if the Prophet ﷺ leaves, that's it. Their mission is destroyed, and the Prophet will seek a lot of support in Medina. They tried everything they could to find the Prophet. One of the things they did, they placed a reward, a huge price, on capturing the Prophet and arresting him. 100 camels. Do you know how much that is? How much money that is? A camel by today's value is worth several $1,000s, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. One single camel. So you do the math. 100 of them, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars by today's value, or even possibly more than $1 million. The Quraysh wanted the Prophet ﷺ captured. So they placed this reward. Whoever can find Muhammad and bring him to us, we'll give him this reward. Now, interestingly, there was a man by the name of Saraqa ibn Jash'an. Saraqa heard about this reward, so he was very greedy to secure that reward. He had an idea of where the Prophet's caravan was. Some people from Quraysh, they came. The Prophet was on his way to Medina. Now they had dispatched hundreds of people looking for the Prophet. So they kind of discovered where the Prophet was. Saraqa, he comes and he tells them, no. I was just there. I already investigated that route. Muhammad is nowhere to be found there. So those people who had come seeking the reward, they went back. Then you know what he did? Look at how sly and cunning he was. You know what he did? He went to his house. He armed himself with a horse, with a sword, and then he went to locate the Prophet ﷺ. He did not want the others to claim the prize. He wanted the reward for himself. So he lied to them just to get rid of them, and he would be the only one to meet the Prophet. So he had located where the Prophet is. He goes to the Prophet and he has a sword. And he tells the Prophet ﷺ, you know what? I found you. There's a huge prize. I have to capture you and take you back. The Prophet ﷺ does dua. He prays to Allah. He says, Oh Allah, protect me from this man. Protect me, oh Allah. As soon as the Prophet does that, we have two reports as to what happened. One report says the horse violently shook him such that he fell on the ground. Another report says the feet of the horse got stuck. Khalas, he just wouldn't move anymore. By the command of Allah, his horse, just stopped from moving. Saraqa, when he hears the Prophet make this dua and he sees the result, he realizes, you know what? This guy is really a prophet and he's supported by Allah. So he tells him, Oh Muhammad, I know what happened to me right now with my horse is because of your dua. Please ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to release me. To release my horse and I can move. The Prophet asks, Oh Allah, release him. Again, the shaitan comes. He's like, no, this is your chance. Look, it's like $1 million. It's very tempting. Again, he's about to attack the Prophet. The Prophet does the same dua. He gets stuck. Historical accounts tell us that this happened 3 times. You want to learn his lesson? The 3rd time he learned his lesson. He told him, okay, now I truly believe that you're supported by God. I will not harm you. I can't benefit you. I'm not going to benefit you, but I won't harm you. Then he offered to the Prophet, he's like, I'm willing to give you my horse and even a servant to go with you. Would you like to take that offer? The Prophet ﷺ says, no, thanks. I don't accept that. Because the Prophet never wanted a pagan to have a favor on him. So he would not accept the gift of pagans who would openly attack Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger and the Muslims. So the Prophet, thanked him. He told him, no, I will not take that from you. But he let him alone. He left him alone. And the Prophet ﷺ continued north. Now, who was with the Prophet? A few people were with the Prophet. One of them was the son of Ayman, and Ayman later she joined the Prophet. Ayman and her son, they were slaves owned by the Prophet. Originally, Abdul Muttalib, according to one report. According to another report, Amina, the mother of the Prophet, she had secured Ayman. She was a slave girl from Abyssinia. She used to work for Amina. So the Prophet ﷺ inherited her and they would serve him. Later the Prophet ﷺ freed them in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ayman has a very high position. In fact, she's one of those women whom the Prophet promised paradise for her. He was very good to her. So they were with him on this journey. So we had, a handful of people now with the Prophet going to Medina.